Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, February 7th, 2012. Let's get right into the charts here. There is a ton to cover this morning. I'm going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that they are trading lower by about 3.5 points, right to around this 1335 area. The futures actually have caught a little bit of a bid, and that's simply because the U.S. dollar index, which is starting out pretty strong again this morning, is starting to fade. And once the dollar fades, markets will inflate back up. So if you just rewind the hands of time yesterday, you're going to see that the dollar is very, very strong, really until around 9:30 in the morning, and then it simply collapsed and traded all the way from $79.64 down to around 79.10, and that was your rally or your recovery in the stock market. So again, we'll see how this market trades today. If the dollar catches a bit higher, the futures and the spiders and every commodity will ultimately deflate and trade lower. If the dollar plummets once the opening bell rings at 9:30 at the New York Stock Exchange, then we could watch the markets probably inflate right back up. So the dollar to me is the most important piece of the puzzle that anyone needs to follow and should follow. You could listen to all the European news in the world. You could listen to all the news out of Asia. You could listen to the news out of the Middle East with Iran. This will tell you everything you need to know, the U.S. dollar index. Okay? So U.S. dollar index trading slightly higher today. Futures are trading slightly lower today. And that's really the gist of it. That's the story at the moment. Nothing more, nothing less. Just watch that dollar. Now, there's some talk about possible conflict going on in Iran with Israel and possibly the United States. I don't know how much stock to put into that, but all I'll say is this: just watch oil. Oil will catch a bid if that stuff is true. Right now, today, you have oil, I believe, lower by about 65 cents to $96.26 a share. So that's where it stands at the moment. If we take a look at the USO, you're going to see that we're trading a little bit lower, but still holding that $37 level. As long as that level holds, oil's okay. If it breaks down lower, you're going to have much, much more support around $36. And that's where it stands on the USO. Okay, today, this morning, we have GLD trading slight bit lower. If you look at spot gold this morning, you're going to see that's down another 8 points to $17.17 an ounce. And once again, gold is coming under a little bit of pressure, ultimately because the dollar is stronger. If the dollar falls, gold will catch a bid. So you can even see here as the dollar came in a little bit, gold has started to rally up a little bit right here. So again, it's just a contra play inverse to the dollar. And that's everything in this market right now. When the dollar goes up, the market goes down, and vice versa. Alrighty, a lot to talk about. Bern Bernanke is going to testify, I believe, in front of Senate committee. I don't know how much you could put into that. I don't think he's going to say anything that's going to be market moving. He's going to sugarcoat everything like he normally does. Another big important factor you want to remember today is the Shanghai index. Last night the Shanghai was down, I believe, 1.7%. That is a big decline. Yesterday, a lot of the Chinese internet stocks were weak. Stocks like Sina Corp, stocks like Sohu, they really got crushed yesterday. They could still see further downside today. Okay, Baidu is another one. So keep these on the radar. But the Shanghai was down sharply last night. 1.7% is nothing to sneeze at in that index. And that will put pressure on the Chinese ADRs, at least at the start of the day. If the U.S. markets are weak, then the Chinese ADRs may really come under some selling pressure. So watch it there. There's a lot of stocks to go over, so let's just jump right into it. We'll start off with Coinstar, ticker symbol CSTR. And this is having a real big move. I would not touch it with a 10-foot pole. I know they did a joint venture with Verizon, and their red box unit is making a lot of money. A lot of good things coming out of there, but it's already baked into the cake. If the markets are strong and they hold up, maybe this stock holds up. Otherwise, I think it's a fade candidate. I'm just looking for a real good level where this thing would want to pull back from. But I got to think $60 is a pretty good spot, and after that it's going to be around $67. So again, I think there's a lot of resistance here at $60. It's overbought, overextended. I really would not touch it. Okay, so be careful with the Coinstar hype. Maybe it pushes up higher. You never know what could happen during earnings. But it looks like to me, trading up where it is, $60 a share, There's a lot of resistance here, and then there's a ton more around the $67 level. So once again, be careful with Coinstar here. Do not jump on board at this point. Okay, let's take a look at VPHM. This stock was getting hit this morning. This is Biopharma. I think the stock has pretty good support around $26. So if it does get down to 26 bucks, that could be your bounce area today. VPHM, 26 bucks. Before that, I don't really see a lot. I know you have some support around the 27.17 level. I don't really love that area. $26 though looks pretty good for a bounce. That's just intraday. Okay, that's just intraday. Let's take a look at Emerson, ticker symbol EMR. The stock is getting hit today. Trading down around $50, 52 bucks now. Not a lot of volume here today, so watch this one. But there's going to be a little bit of support, I believe around $49. There's going to be some support. Let me see how good it is. I take that back. Make it $48.40. Then you're going to look all the way down at $46.50. So if you want to play Emerson, those are the two levels you got to watch for today. But that looks like a real strong gap to the downside. So be careful there. Okay, strong gaps can go lower. Let's take a look at Coke. Coca-Cola reported earnings. Stock is up a little bit after the earnings. Closed at 68 bucks yesterday, trading at 68.80. I honestly don't see a lot of upside here, up or down. If it does trade higher, you have some resistance at 69 and a little bit more resistance at 69.40. But we'll leave it at that. I'm just not seeing a lot there in Coca-Cola. It's never been a great day trading stock anyway. Let's take a look at GSK, which is GlaxoSmithKline. This stock is getting hit this morning. A lot of support at 43.75. Then you'll have more support around the 43 level. And then it could go down to 42 and all the way down ultimately to 41.50. So watch all of those numbers that I just mentioned. All potential little short-term bounce areas. Let's take a look at UBS. Everybody knows this big European financial stock. Trading down a little bit to the 14 level. Nothing damaging here. I know the stock had earnings that were horrendous, but who really cares? We only worry about the stock price. And right now, the stock's holding up. It's around 14.10 at the moment. Could trade lower. The big level for this stock to hold is really going to be 13.20. A break below 13.20, it's going to want to go down to all the way down to $12.64, and then ultimately down to around 11.85, 11.90. That's where the big support is going to be for this stock. So again, it's holding up right now. I don't really see much wrong with it, but if it does fall, watch those levels. Let's take a look at Yum Brands. Everybody knows this one. Yum is actually having a good day. You can see the surge here yesterday after the close. Today it's trading right around this $64.60 level. Again, looks fine at the moment. I don't see anything great, anything terrible. The daily chart is still in an uptrend. Nothing, one way or the other. I do think there's a fair amount of resistance around 65, but that's it. The stock's holding up well. It's in an uptrend on the daily chart, and you don't want to really fight that trend, and it's holding up well. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing at least this morning. I know there's some other names out there running around, but we can only do so many each and every day, and I apologize for not getting to more, but that's all we could really cover in a single session here on this short video. So once again, it's 8:30 in the morning right now, and we'll try to get this video posted as soon as possible. I want to all wish you a great trading day. Keep an eye on that U.S. dollar index. Dollar down, market up, and vice versa. All right, with that said, everybody, have a great trading day, and we'll see you tomorrow.